concludes what was a dynamic matchup.
What a good fight. What an interesting style matchup. What an effort from Francesco Patera. Win or lose for Louis Ritson, there's some things you like, there's some things you want to work on, but I think if there's a moral victor already before we know the final scorecards, I like what Francesco Patera did in this bout.
Patera gave a terrific account of himself. I think without question, Brian, he leads himself to bigger prize fights. And taking a look in this matchup, Brian, with what we were able to see, I think both guys entertained us in their own ways. And the judges from Switzerland, from Finland, and from Denmark, so neutral judges for this European lightweight championship.
Look, Ray, ahead at 7.
I'm giving it to Ritson barely. Right now, you have to understand I do all my videos real time. So this is happening right now, 6:29 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday, October the 13th, 2018. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Louis Ritson should win. And is he the... wait a minute. I'm confused. Hold on 1 minute. Let me check some things.
Let's go ahead and say, okay, this is a Rubik's Cube that we have been able to get past.
This is an important fight for Ritson is because he's going to go on to a higher ranking at 135 pounds. I was actually going to say that maybe Yvan Mendy would be a good step up for him. Former contender for the WBC title that just lost to Luke Campbell a few weeks ago. But I don't know if he can beat Yvan Mendy. Maybe they should, a couple of more fights with an opponent the same level as a Patera. Let's hear what the cards are, though. I'm very interested to hear those cards. I would be I would be comfortable in a draw. Round 10 was very, very rough for him, but then round 11 he turned it around, and round 12 was
still taking
neutral.
Quite a bit of time.
You can feel that
render.
You can feel that drama in the air inside this arena.
Well, being a ring announcer myself, I know
number 11 by the W. Oh wait, I want to listen to this.
And having the commission tally that, and it is just they're waiting on bated breath.
Look, a split or majority decision either way, not out of the question.
No, not one bit.
11 by the WBC, 11 by the WBA. I don't see him ranked by the WBO.
And look at this capacity crowd here at the Metro 8 Arena in Newcastle.
Still very credible rankings.
Still taking some time.
Also, Patera had fought Tatley.
Patera's body language makes you believe he thinks he's the victor.
Got to change his
David
name.
Diamante overlooking the scorecards. And now I think they're still tallying the scorecards.
This is the third time I've seen this today on the zone.
What's going on here?
I don't know. I mean, they might be using calculus for crying out loud. Who knows?
Well, it was that type of fight. Very exciting, like we mentioned. Even if a lot of people thought this was going to be potentially
I think they fucked some shit up.
Bigger puncher, the heavy favorite, Louis Ritson.
This is the third time I'm seeing it taking so long. The World Boxing Super Series, the two main events. Andrew Tabiti versus Ruslan. What was that goddamn guy's name? God damn it. Ruslan Fafer and Zolani Tite versus Mikhail Alonian, and now this.
Team, a victory here would get him one step.
It's for the vacant EBU title, European.
Applause out here for both of these fighters. After 12 rounds of action here in Newcastle, we go to the judges' score totals. Soren Sogman, 116-112, Ritson. Ansi Perioki, 116-112, Patera. And Beat Hasselman scored this contest 116-112 for your winner by split decision. And the new EBU European lightweight champion.
Look at Ritson's face.
Francesco Patera.
So Francesco Patera gets a split decision victory over Louis Ritson, handing him his first professional defeat. Either way, it was a split decision. I didn't have a problem with the verdict.
No, the biggest surprise is that Patera was able to outlast Ritson this way and be in a position to do that. But
fuck was I watching
two
then?
judges scoring it 8 rounds to 4 in his favor. I had it 7-5 for Patera. Look, if there's a winner of the so-called story of the fight, it certainly was Patera.
I do have to take a nap, though.
With power shots, but this wasn't his night because he wasn't able to carry out the fight like the way he's typically used to, walking a guy down, getting him out of there with power shots. Patera was too slick, he was too economical, he was too active at times, and I think anytime he ate a big shot, he came back for 4 more. When Louis Ritson gassed out toward that second round, not gassed out all the way, but slowed down enough, that left the door open.
Oh, I forgot.
Not the performance I wanted tonight, but
Oh, wait.
I thought I won enough for the early rounds, maybe to nick it. But I got hit with a body shot in the 5th round, I just couldn't recover from there. I felt great for 4 rounds, pushing him back, hitting him with the jab. He got that body shot from like nowhere and just couldn't recover, but sorry for everyone that's gone bought a ticket and I couldn't get the decision that he's wanted. Go ahead.
He's a quality operator. Was he better than you thought he would be?
He was humble.
I thought we were going to be, like I said first, 4 rounds it was going to plan, pushing him back. A lot of these shots with his hitting gloves, wasn't really getting through or anything. Like I say, got hit with a body shot in the 5th. And just, even now, I just couldn't seem to recover from it. So, better man won the night. Massively back to the drawing board now. I see what I want to do from here.
We know you're a huge lightweight. Is any of this down to the struggles of making that limit?
No, I don't know. Make it quite easy enough. Like I say, I didn't feel no pressure. You know, everyone's touting it to be the next big thing, but like I say, first 4 rounds I was going back the corner laughing really. You know, 4 rounds up I fought and just pushing him back easy with the jab, and then maybe got a bit too complacent, got caught with a body shot and couldn't get it back.
Very raw at the moment, but will you lobby with Eddie Hearn for a rematch?
Look, Eddie's the boss, he'll tell us what to do, but back to the drawing board and see what I want to do. Like I say, I'm a bit good at the minute, so maybe mine's taking over more than me heart, but bit of pill to swallow. And we'll see. Like I say, I just can't apologise enough to everyone that's come out. Feel like I've let everybody down, but what can I say?
Thank you for talking to us. Francesco, you
Mate.
are a 2-time European champion, both times on the road. Put it into words for us.
Amazing. I knew I could do it. You know, I trained my heart out and I knew all the way I could do it. 1 year ago I saw Ritson fight and I knew I can beat this guy and I did it.
You said to us at the weigh-in yesterday, they're overlooking me.
Yeah, they're overlooking me. The odds were 14 if you put money. But hey, it's appreciated, man. Everybody who won money, it's a pleasure.
You said you hurt him to the body in the 5th round. Did you realise that straight away that you had hurt him to the body and you continued to go back down there?
Yeah, so he had a reaction that he didn't hit. He went against the ropes and I heard him. So I knew I heard him. But from the first round, you know, they thought the power, but I'm hard, man. I'm a warrior, man.
He's only 25.
I handled all the way. I never was hurt. And, you know, I know what I had to do from the first round until the 12th.
It was a great reception for Louis here, and it must be special to box in an atmosphere like that. Would you be interested in coming back for a rematch, or do you want to look forward now? You said yesterday you want to look towards world titles on your own.
Yeah, of course I want to fight for a world title. But if there is a rematch, of course I will come. It was a good fight. The fans are great. I love the fans, but you know, it doesn't bother me. I love the fans are passionate, and I love Newcastle.
Congratulations and well done. One quick word with promoter Eddie Hearn. Not the night you hoped it would be in Newcastle.
No, it's boxing at the end of the day, and the fans have been incredible tonight. And I think Francesco Patera, probably on reflection, probably just did enough to win the fight. I thought he boxed brilliantly well. I thought Louis showed, you know, great heart to stay in there. But you know, it's a big blow for Louis Ritson. But he's very young and he has massive support, and he'll come again. But you know, boxing is a game of learning, and he was probably outfoxed tonight. And he'll be devastated, but he'll brush himself down. He'll go again.
Are you happy with the jump that he made from domestic to European? It's always going to be a risk putting him at this level.
Yeah, look, he was a huge favourite going into the fight, but we said before, it was the odds were ridiculous, really, with someone that's been to Finland and beaten Tatley in his backyard as well. Patera boxed the perfect fight to beat Ritson. I thought Lewis might have looked a bit drained. I don't know how he made the weight for this fight, but he looked tired at times in there. But listen, he's a very, very young man. He'll come again. He's going to be devastated. But what can you do? You go back to the drawing board. You wipe yourself down. You spend some time with your kids, and you realise what's important, and then you find out how hungry you are. And that's what we're going to learn about Lewis Ritson now, how much he wants it. Because when you demolish everyone at British level like he did, you have to take that jump to European level. And the question mark tonight was he good enough to make the jump to European level? We believe he is, but tonight he was beaten by a great performance.
Will you drop him back down to domestic level now, or are you happy to go for an immediate rematch if you can make it?
I think they should.
I don't know, I think you've got to talk about the camp and how it went and how his weight went for the fight as well. Again, I don't know, but he looked tired at times. He didn't look to have as much snap in his punches that he did in his previous fights as well. He was under a huge amount of pressure. We said it in the build-up, 9,000 here tonight that were incredible, and he'll come again for sure. But it's going to be a very, very tough defeat for him. And, now you find out what he's made of. Is he good enough to bounce back at European level? Does he go back and defend the British title? But, that's something that he's got to ask himself, and only he knows the answers to. But he's an excellent young man. He's a great fighter. He's a great ambassador for this city. He has plenty of heart, and I know he's going to be devastated and very hungry to bounce back quickly.
Thanks, Ali.
So, not the...
Yeah, well... Okay, let me see where to start. They're both 25, Ritson and Patera. Patera could go on to possibly get a rematch with Yvan Mendy. As we talked about, Yvan Mendy lost to Luke Campbell. Patera, if Luke Campbell doesn't get Mikey Garcia, he's the mandatory for that fight, by the way. What's this? Oh, I got to cover Dave Allen, too, even though it was only one round. Body shot. But Patera could, depending on what Anthony Crolla does in his next fight, he's fighting on the Usyk undercard. I mean, you got to think, Ritson did fight 5 times this year. Kind of like maybe, remember what happened to Conor Benn? Maybe, Eddie Hearn did say he's got to go look and see, and talk and see what happened in camp. It is his 6th fight in 53 weeks. Just a little over a year. A year and 1 week. So... maybe it just was burnout. Who knows? You got to be careful with that. I mean, you want your fighters to be active, yeah. But 5 times, in my opinion, is pushing it. Like, depending on what level you are. See, champions fight 2 times a year. If you fight 3 times a year, it's like, oh, shit, you the motherfucking man. 3 times a year, you want your fighters to fight 3 times a year. 4 times a year is for like prospects and up and coming guys, but 5 and 6 times in a year. And then when you look at the level of competition in regards to win-loss, but whatever. Good fight though. I am going to go back and watch it again tomorrow morning. Likely, have it playing in the background while I'm cooking or something. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe. Oh, remember, it's crazy how this happened to Lewis Ritson when the same thing, something similar happened to Luke Campbell when he lost to Yvan Mendy. So it's not over for Ritson at all. This is there was a little bit of the highlights. It was a good ass fight. But he just looks slow and sluggish. And he also does look like Matisse, though. But I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.